had anybody walk into my store before, hit sour cream, walk around my store, then slip and fall on the sour cream, then leave, go to their car, and then want $660,000 from me.
슈퍼마켓을 운영 중인 윌리엄 씨는 66만 달러의 소송에 휘말립니다. 누가 봐도 억울하고 어이가 없는 이 소송의 결말은 어떨까요?
It's my understanding, Ms. Smith, that you are suing Mr. Williams and his Neighborhood Mart grocery store for injuries you sustained when you slipped and fell in his store. You're asking this court for a total award of $660,000. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Williams, you believe that this is not your fault. If Ms. Smith had been paying attention, she would not have been injured in your store.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Smith, how did this happen?
Well, Your Honor, I was going up and down the aisles with my cart, and I went to the dairy aisle, and I grabbed a tub of sour cream, and it slipped out of my hands and spilled on the floor.
슈퍼마켓에서 장을 보던 여자는 자신의 부주의로 크림을 바닥에 떨어뜨렸고 아무런 조치 없이 자리를 떠났습니다.
The whole time I was texting with my husband, he was letting me know things that we needed. I was waiting on the checkout line when he texted me one more time, and he said,
하지만 남편이 크림을 꼭 사오라고 문자를 해 다시 크림을 집으러 갔는데요.
Could I please bring home some coffee creamer? So I went back to the dairy aisle to get the creamer. Then I slipped in the sour cream that I had spilled earlier. As I was falling, I honestly couldn't believe it was still there. It had been so long since I'd been there.
So you slipped in the sour cream that you had spilled earlier?
And I'm embarrassed now, but as a result of this injury, I have this severe cervical fracture that I had to have a fusion on my neck for. And as a result, I can barely move my head from left to right. I cannot even do my daily routine. I can barely take care of my twins.
So, Mr. Williams, Ms. Smith falls on one of your products on your floor.
Yes, sir.
Why isn't this your fault?
하지만 피고는 이 모든 게 어이가 없습니다.
She never reported the spill. We didn't know about this until after the plaintiff had fallen. I remember this day. It was a busy day, so I rushed down to the dairy aisle, and there was Ms. Smith on the ground. I rushed over there. I heard her insisting that she was fine. She says, I'm fine. She stands up. She goes to leave. I said, wait. We got to fill out an incident report. And I'm terribly sorry that this happened, but this is not our fault.
So if she was going to handle this properly, what was she supposed to do after she spilled the sour cream?
She would have let us know first that there was a spill.
Well, how did she do that?
Your Honor, I have to tell you, he should have cleaned that up for 20 minutes to go by, maybe even more. And for that store not to be watching the floor and have their employees cleaning and checking on a regular basis is so outrageous. It is so irresponsible.
Your Honor, she never reported the spill.
Well, what would have happened had she reported it?
슈퍼마켓에는 손님이 무언가를 바닥에 쏟았을 때 대응 방안이 있었고 원고는 바닥에 무언가를 쏟았다는 말만 해주면 되는 거였죠.
Your Honor, we have systems and protocols in place for this. Display signs to inform the customer a spill has occurred. Have someone block off to alert customer and block off the entire area. That way nobody goes near the spill.
Okay.
So we can't have these slip and falls. Sweep up any broken glass or mop immediately anything that would have caused any kind of hazard, any kind of slip and fall.
Okay.
Keep the wet floor signs up until it's completely dry.
So had you known this is what your employees would have done?
I would have done it myself as a store owner.
Your Honor.
Responsibility. No one's too big to sweep up the floor and mop the floor.
I hear what Mr. Williams is saying, but there really should be a step ahead of those 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should be that you pay enough attention to the floor of your store while people, especially at the busiest time, that you're paying attention.
Wait a minute, how are you saying he ought to pay attention when you spilled it? You're looking at it. But it's also true in a general sense that each and every one of us, every customer in a store, you've got to look out for your own safety, especially if you did the spill.
Your Honor, why didn't somebody else went down the dairy aisle and didn't see that happened? There wasn't anyone else who could report it?
I don't mean to beat up on you. I'm trying to make common sense for me.
If somebody else had spilled that and I saw it, I might do that myself. But when you own a store, you have a duty to care.
I have 4 stores. This is my 3rd store.
Well, you've had spills before.
But never had anybody slip and fall on it, ever. But I've never had anybody walk into my store before, hit sour cream, walk around my store, then slip and fall on the sour cream, then leave, go to their car, and then want $660,000 from me.
여자는 넘어진 순간 너무 아팠지만 일단 창피해서 자리를 피한 거지 안 아파서 아무 말도 안 한 게 아니라고 하는데요.
When I got picked up off the floor, I was shocked, I was embarrassed.
Sometimes people are badly injured, but the shock of the circumstance, they get up and get in their car and go home and die. So it's the adrenaline that gets them past the initial impact of an injury. Now here we'll figure this out, but just because someone says, hey, I'm okay, and they get up, get their groceries and go home, doesn't mean they're not badly hurt, and we see this.
또한 남자는 카트가 바닥이 훤히 보이는 구조라 여자가 넘어진 게 이해가 안 간다고 합니다.
Your Honor, my carts are the open mesh wire type, the
Yes,
type
sir.
you can see right through to the bottom, through the sides, through the top.
Right.
There's no way she missed that spill if she was walking where she was going. She spilled it and then walked around the store after she took a picture of it.
The picture we're seeing there is an empty grocery cart, and by the time this happened, I had a full grocery cart. I couldn't see the bottom.
Ms. Smith, tell me about your injury.
Well, so like I said, the arm is fractured, and I have this cervical fracture in my neck, and I had a fusion. And because of that fusion, I cannot turn my head fully left or fully right. And my mobility is so limited, and it's nearly impossible. I can't do anything without help. I can frankly barely go to the bathroom without help.
I see that you have submitted to this court $110,000 just in your past medicals.
Yes, sir.
It's clear from the medical records that you submitted that you went through a pretty invasive surgery too. And you're asking this court for $50,000 for your future medical. I want to understand the nature of your injuries and what the future looks like from a medical perspective. Dr. Brooks, can you explain the plaintiff's injury?
Sure. There's 7 cervical vertebrae in your neck. She basically broke the bottom one, if you will, of the 7. And she sustained what is called a burst fracture, meaning that fracture is in multiple pieces, as opposed to, say, a compression fracture, which tends to be in just 1 or 2 pieces. So the importance of that burst fracture is those fragments can go backwards and sometimes injure the spinal cord, which could make a person paralyzed. So what you have to do with surgery, and that is something that may require in-depth surgery in the future, say 10, 12 years from now.
So this road of healing isn't over yet.
Absolutely not, no.
Doctor, thank you so much. You are released. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
What's happened to me is so life-changing that there really isn't even an amount of money that would cover it. What I'm asking for is the bare minimum of what I'm going to need in terms of
You spilled the sour cream. You spilled it and you didn't report it, Your Honor.
Listen, I certainly understand you've been horribly injured, but you seem to quickly throw the blame to them, throw the blame to them, throw the blame to them, and not 1 ounce to you for not reporting this.
I certainly would have reported it if there was. I can't even say that I wish I would have, because there was literally nobody to report it to. If I could have, I looked.
I didn't spill the sour cream. I didn't report. I didn't report the sour cream. I didn't even know about the sour cream until after the plaintiff fell, Your Honor. How am I supposed to fix something I don't know about? This was a blatant spill. It was right in the middle of the floor.
Folks, I think I've heard enough. I'm ready to render my decision. You've got to prove that Mr. Williams did something wrong that caused your injury. Here, you've put up evidence that although you spilled this sour cream, that you left, and when you came back, you expected that it would be cleaned up, and you slipped in the sour cream that you spilled. You believe it's his responsibility to make sure that his employees go and see this kind of thing and clean it up. Had he done his job, you never would have been hurt. Mr. Williams, you believe that this makes no sense. You spilled the sour cream, you slipped in the sour cream. How could that be my fault? Plus, I'm a responsible businessman. I have actual systems and protocols in place to take care of this kind of thing if you let me know that there is a problem. Well, this case is an intersection of the law and common sense. I was looking at the text messages from Ms. Smith to her husband. 22 minutes went by, and timing is very important in the law, even when you don't have notice. If your systems periodically go through, they not only clean, but they inspect. 22 minutes of this stuff being on the floor is simply too long to be there. And I believe that them not getting it is you're proving the wrong that caused your harm. I find in your favor. And I'm going to give you everything you asked for a total award of $660,000. That's my final verdict, and this matter is adjourned.
이쯤 되면 여러분도 이런 생각이 드실 겁니다. 진짜 이런 일이 법정에서 일어날 수 있을까? 그냥 TV쇼를 위한 과장 아닐까? 하고 말이죠. 그런데 놀랍게도 현실에서도 꽤 비슷한 사건들이 실제로 있었습니다. 1976년 영국 리버풀의 한 테스코 매장에서 와드 씨는 평범하게 장을 보던 중이었죠. 그런데 바닥에 떨어진 요거트를 밟고 미끄러져 크게 다쳤습니다. 문제는 그 요거트를 누가 흘렸는지 아무도 몰랐다는 겁니다. 직원이 흘린 것도 아니고 CCTV도 없었기 때문이죠. 테스코 측의 주장은 이러했습니다. 우리는 매장을 깨끗하게 관리하고 있고 우리가 흘린 것도 아닌데 왜 우리 책임이냐. 하지만 법원의 판단은 달랐습니다. 사고가 일어났다는 것 자체가 테스코 측의 관리가 부족했다는 증거다라며 테스코에 배상 명령을 내렸습니다. 이것이 바로 리즈 입설 로퀴터라는 법의 원칙입니다. 라틴어로 사실이 스스로 말해준다는 뜻이죠. 이번 사건은 TV쇼이지만 현실 법정에서도 책임의 기준은 생각보다 엄격합니다. 내가 직접 만든 위험이 아니어도 상대방이 그 위험을 방치했다면 법은 때로는 그 책임을 나눠서 묻습니다. 여러분은 어떻게 생각하시나요?